Hello, this is Chaos.
And I am Snonker.
And you're very quiet, Ben.
You got better?
Yeah, that's not better. Let's just roll with it as we
Cool.
go. And we also have Puddingspoon and Goldloaf, and we are watching them play EDH using Cockatrice game client for Magic the Gathering. So, any idea what's happening at the moment, Ben?
Well, Matt is taking a mulligan.
Shouldn't he get his general out first, then take a mulligan?
Probably. That would be a logical thing to do. But there we go. Matt has started with the Send triplets with his commander, and we've also got Niv Mizzet the Firemind. Interesting selection there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely going to be good. We have a blue-red deck from Matt, and we have a white, blue, and black deck from Massimo. So they both have counters. Well, they might. Matt might do, but we'll have to see as we go along. Matt isn't.
And that Send triplet is looking like a very powerful card.
Oh, that did. Yeah. Ooh, wow. That is good, very good in 1v1 situations, and I believe we are now starting, or have they actually rolled dice yet? No, they have not. Oh wait,
No,
no,
no.
Matt rolled at 19 and Matt rolled an 11. So it seems Matt's given Matt the first turn. This is going to get very confusing with Matt and Matt, by the way.
Yeah.
Obviously nothing really much to talk about this early in the gameplay.
Well, yep, they've both played. I mean, Matt hasn't really got any one drop. But, oh, and we've dropped a Dimmer Signet here.
Good for early mana. Well, sort
Yep.
of. And actually, Matt does actually have Jace the Mind Sculptor in his hand, so
That's going to be quite good.
gets up to -12. It's going to be trouble for Matt. Not obviously much Matt can do at this early stage.
Yeah.
And next turn he should be able to play the Graceful Adept.
And they both have things that mean they have no maximum hand size. And that's going to come in very handy when Jace is put onto the field. So that's going to be good for Matt, that he can have no maximum hand size so he can draw cards. But also that Mass can have no maximum hand size so we can't really force him to mill.
That is
Oh,
true.
he's playing Fabricate. So he's going to search his library for an artifact card. And that Send triplets is surprisingly cheap for its...
For its ability, it is quite cheap, yes.
yeah.
Obviously Matt's now looking at his library for the artifact cards, so if you can just bear with us while he gets that.
Gilded Lotus.
Ooh, it's a very powerful card, Gilded Lotus. He doesn't have the mana to be able to get
Used
it
to
just yet,
replace
but he will
the-
next turn. Should now be passing his turn over to Matt, so I'm not really sure there's anything else he can do. Oh, hold on, I just realised something.
Yep, of course, with the Commander game type, 40 life is required.
And there it is, the Graceful
Oh,
Adept.
and he's dropped his Graceful Adept.
I don't think he saw it. There we go.
And he's fixed it.
Oh, send triplets now onto the field.
Oh,
I'm not really sure.
don't know how this is going to go for...
How does he going to go for Matt? As he won't be able to counter anything. And Matt can also play cards from his hand. I thought anything Matt's deck seems to be mostly around drawing cards. Which would make sense with his general.
Indeed.
Now tapping for 4 to play Jace on the field. He's probably going to use his... I don't know.
He could do with getting his general in before...
Why did... Yeah, I'm confused. What just happened? Oh, Matt used the -1 ability of Jace to send triplets back to Mass's hand. Very good play there. And also then did some damage with Graceful Adept.
Little damage, but then again,
Ooh.
you don't know.
Rexiel with Island Walk.
Oh, yes.
Very powerful card there as well.
This deck that Mass is using tends to be about using the kind of the enemy's cards against them.
Reliquary Tower on the field, so Mass also doesn't have a maximum hand size. Don't know why he just tapped all his landfall. Is he going to bring Sun Triplets back out? No, he's going to bring Rex. Is it Rexiel, Ben?
Yeah, Rexiel the Risen Deep. Of course, Matt is going to have to be very careful about what cards he plays now, because that means whenever Rexiel does damage, Mass will be able to copy that card and play it. It's going to be very dangerous.
Well, the thing is, the only instant or sorcery he has... Actually, no, because Matt doesn't actually have any instant or sorcery cards in his graveyard, so there isn't much he...
No, but if he plays one, it will go into his graveyard.
And the only sorcery he has is Tidings, which I suppose drawing 4 cards will be quite good for Matt.
And Flamejet.
Oh, yeah. He is, however, playing Tidings. I suppose it's necessary to get the cards that he needs, because there's not much in his hand that can help. Venser's Journal now out.
Ooh, Venser's Journal.
Which will be quite powerful
Very
with
good
8
card.
cards in his hand, but can't play it this turn because he has no mana. Also, Kaho?
Kaho, we call him.
Kaho, Minimum Historian also, a very good card. With a red deck, you generally have to burn your opponent, so that will do. Could do quite a bit of damage to Mass without having to pay its mana cost. Well, actually, you do have to pay its mana cost. And another Signet onto the field for Mass.
I think Max should really do with getting his general up soon and start doing some damage. Which hopefully he should be able to do this turn.
Hopefully. Send triplets now on the field as
Send
well.
triplets is back on the field.
Although he can just use Jace's ability to send it back to his hand, so if he can keep send triplets locked back stuck in Mass's hand, he won't be able to do much with it.
However, that will deny him getting cards.
True. If he has a card that can shuffle Mass's hand into his library, send triplets will then be lost. Oh, Rexiel just attacked Jace.
Unfortunately. And Matt could really do with not losing his Graceful
He has
Adept.
Venser's...
Although he could have replaced it with Venser's Journal, but it's always good to have 2. There's kind of a spare.
Things are definitely not looking good for Matt right now. He could Flame Jet send triplets. If he wanted to, but...
Indeed. See, I think he's going to drop his general now.
He could do. Actually, quite surprising when he gets to see Gilded Lotus onto the field. There we go.
Here we go.
Flying as well, so there's not much Mass can do to block it, but he can't attack this turn anyway. But now he can chip away.
But I think he's going to be mainly doing damage using his ability, which is going to be very...
He just needs a way of drawing more and more cards now, and he'll be able to slowly chip away at Mass's life. Oh, but Mass actually just drew another flying creature, and a very powerful one of that, Tide Sprout Tyrant. Very powerful card. Not quite sure why is he yelling that.
Sure why he needs to reveal his hand.
Oh, it's centruplets. Now Mass
Ah.
gets to play cards from his hand should he want to.
Ooh, I'm guessing he's going to play a land.
He doesn't. Well, if he nicks a mountain off Matt, he could play Flame Jet, but he doesn't have one right now. Because Flame Jet will be able to kill Graceful Adept.
Yeah.
But he can't play any of the any red cards because he doesn't have any red land. Could play Caho if he wanted to, or he might nick Vencer's Journal.
Yeah, if you nick Spencer's journal, that'd be very advantageous to him.
Not very advantageous to Matt.
Yeah, that'd be more...
Matt's probably going to play Coastal Piracy, as be allowing him to draw many cards. And oh, he is playing something. What's he playing? That's 3 mana, I think. Oh, he's put Caho onto the field. Surprised he didn't grab Vencer's Journal. He probably might regret that. This Vencer's Journal is definitely going to be advantageous to Matt as a way of getting his life back with no hand size. But I suppose now Matt does get to get some instant cards, sorry, not instances, and use them to his advantage. We'll just have to wait and see what they are. Surprised we've yet to see Gilded Lotus played. I think it's because
However, I feel that if Mass played Vencer's Journal, he would then be able to use Rexiel to play Tidings without fear of having to discard cards.
You're a bit quiet again, by the way, Ben. Yeah.
Is that better? Okay.
Exiled Hinder, which is a counter. Ooh, he might try and use that to counter Match General. Because look, it goes...
That would be very useful.
General is currently on the field. Oh, he's just getting cards that will allow him to put his general onto the bottom of the field. Library, sorry.
Yeah.
If he condemns Live Mizzet, sorry, then I don't really think there's much hope for Math. Attacking with Rexiel.
Although... yeah.
Is he going to play Tidings? Probably he will, because that's the only card he can actually play.
Or he could just save it for another kind of time.
Well, if he uses Tidings, he does get 4 cards, and he doesn't have a maximum hand size at the moment because of Reload.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Reliquary Tower.
So yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Drew 4 cards. He got 4 lands from that, actually. So that was very good for him.
Yep. Has he played a land this turn?
He hasn't.
He hasn't, but how will he realise this?
I think he might be doing the same thing and checking like I think we are. But he hasn't. Yeah, there's Vivid Meadow. And he gets 2 charge counters on it. Which he isn't putting on.
I'm sure he'll notice when the time comes. However, that allows him to add 1 mana of any colour, so he will be able to play
Oh my
Flame
god,
Jet.
Matt had a card called Fork. Yeah.
This could be very useful against the counter.
Yes, because he can...
For if he plays Fork, he can copy it and use it to counter.
He can copy Mass's
counter.
counter and counter Centriplets into his graveyard as well, but there is Vencer's Journal. So now he gets life back for every card in his hand. So that's the thing of it. So he fortunately can't play Fork this turn, but whether or not Mass will play one of his counters this turn is yet to be seen.
If he does, then Fork is a brilliant
Also, why
card
did Mass just take a damage of life?
I I don't know.
Oh well,
Maybe all should be revealed
hopefully it will
later.
anyway. And there we go. Ooh, this might be
Point.
very bad for Matt, because if Mass will notice that fork is there, he won't be able to play it, but he will know it's there and he might try and use his exile this turn so that Matt doesn't have the mana to use fork. Which will be very bad for him. Playing an island from Matt's hand. Matt's hand, sorry.
I'm not really sure where this is going at the moment, although I think Mass may have the upper hand with taking control
If
of
I were
Cable.
Mass, I would counter now. Actually, no. What can he do? I suppose he could.
No, because if he countered now,
Actually, he
then
can't counter him, can he?
he would
Because he's
still
on the
be able
field.
to
He can destroy him with Mortify. And there's a
Yeah,
Gilded
that's
Lotus. And then next turn he can counter him, but then Matt can fork.
But then he may be able to use 4.
So Mass will know now that if he tries to counter Niv Mizzet coming back on the field, he will be forked.
Assuming that Mass knows that that's what he could do. And that he read
Look
the
me now,
card
I
in
do
the
have a
hand.
Gilded Lotus on the field.
Very good card. And of course, that'll allow him to play red cards. And if he combined that with one of his own, he could potentially play a card twice.
Not actually sure what's happening at the moment. It does actually say it's Matt's turn, because they haven't passed it over yet.